Hello, welcome to another installment of Comparative Reasoning. We're your hosts, Sidra and Sidra. And Sidra's here just in case she wants to say something. While the other one we just got done with is uploading, I thought I'd just talk about DMX a little bit. I am not going to sit here and like others try to talk about the man like I personally knew him. Nobody personally knew him other than those that actually personally knew him. All right. 13 to 25 million people did not personally know DMX or anyone else. However, he helped a lot of people not do some bad things. And he did that through his music. His music was more or less him channeling, how he feel about things. But his music was, at first, it was a little hard for me to get behind. Way back in the day, it was a little hard because my friends ruined everything for me. I mean, if they like something, then it must be something I shouldn't even care about. They got to that point with me, and they were very much anti-homosexual. Okay, so hearing DMX, the first time I'm hearing these words, when he would keep saying "my man's in them," and I'm like, wait, his men, what? And I looked at my friends and said, y'all don't like gay people. Why are y'all listening to this dude talking about his men? And the look on their face was this cross of, oh crap, and wait, you should know what he mean though. And I'm sitting here like, maybe y'all don't know what he mean though. That's how I was. If that turns y'all off, then, suck nuts. I don't care. I'm letting you know how I felt. So you can't tell me I'm wrong about how I felt about something way back in the day. So what I did was ultimately listen to a few songs. They liked his beat. They liked his anger. But I heard past it. And I listened to them songs and fell in love with those first two albums. Because I heard the messages, I heard the warnings, I heard the life lessons that he learned and was struggling to fight.
You could hear the pain.
Yes, there was lots of pain. There was, did my dad do this to me, or am I doing this to my son? It was written almost as that for some of them. He did his version of "In the Air Tonight." That's one of my favorites. Actually, a lot of them are actually. I can't think of a single song that he's done on the first two albums that I just disliked outright. I would say on his third album, it was like the words were awesome. The music was just, what is this? Yeah, that's Rain, love. It sounds like thousands of people marching outside of the street.
No, it sounded like marching on the roof. That's what it sounds like to me.
Like marching, or there's a derecho just blasting down on us. But if that was, it would sound worse than this. In any case, as DMX said, I write lyrics that you can beat somebody up to, and he talked about somebody else and he does the music that you can dance to. And I'm like, that's exactly what's going on. Because literally listening to the first album, it's like, man, you want to tear the club up, but you want to wreck somebody's soul. And he told stories in his songs. Mm-hmm. Something that's so rarely done.
Something that's so lacking.
He ain't talking about his money, his bitches, his hoes, his cars, and how big of a home he got. He ain't talking about I'm better than you. That's the stuff that's turned me off to rap. Hearing that crap all the time. DMX had a message for everyone. And most likely he was talking to himself. Mm-hmm. So there's lots of people that heard his music and was like, man, instead of going out and fucking somebody up the way I want, I just throw some DMX and chill. So it's, in a sense, DMX saving lives.
Therapeutic.
Extremely. And Sidra and I was clamoring for DMX to write more, to put out a new album. He kept saying it and saying it. Then he got to the point that he ain't doing shit. He's just not going to do anything. So years and years later, about 3-4 years later, I gave up. A year and a half after that, roughly thereof, he's in the hospital. But rewind just a smidge. When I saw him on that show, Sidra wanted me to see, when his mom was up there and found out DMX had a lot of mommy issues. Mm-hmm. A lot. His mom wasn't there. His mom just didn't take care of him the way he wanted to be taken care of. And he cried.
He had a rotten childhood.
Yes. And he cried like a baby. But would he ever admit to those traumas? No. But he did there, wanting closure, wanting to be accepted, be validated. And then a lot of people might say, well, because of those mommy issues or whatnot, he wrote great albums and made a lot of money. But I promise you this, he'd have gave that all up if he could just have some goddamn decency from a family instead of getting wrecked by him. I can personally promise you that. And I was fucking with him. I was fucking with it. Because I was like, look at him crying like a little bitch, crying in his mama's lap and stuff like a little, he was all like, leave him alone. And I was like, I'm just, I can't, I'm not gonna bullshit too long. I'm like, I'm just fucking with it, I just hope I hope they get along, and I hope that she can give him the things that he's been missing, the things that he's been needing, whatever that may be, because you could hear the rage in his words. It's not like a self-entitlement thing, Usually, more affluent people will do their songs as if they don't have any issues and just well-to-do. Some people write with that anger. They get it out in their music, some form of fashion, even if it's R&B, country, death metal. It doesn't matter. They get it out. Some do it as a fad. Some do it to make money, but there's some do it. They put their heart into it. It's them. It's who they are.
And sometimes, even though they get it out, it's still not enough.
It's just a release. It's a 4-minute, echoing cry into a night that nobody wants to hear. That's usually what it is. Yeah, you entertained us. Go away. Some people just want to be accepted. And when they're on that stage and the crowd's cheering for them, just for that moment, they're accepted. They're loved. And when the crowd is gone and they have nothing but their thoughts, they retreat to the other voices. It could be drugs. It could be bad crowded people. It could be vices like driving fast at night or in the rain. Something dangerous, put them on the edge. They don't know what else to do. They don't have help. And I'm not saying because they are an artist of some form that they need help, but those out there that are like what I'm kind of depicting, they need help. The artist out there that taught me things, Whitney Houston. I mean, she was happy with her music, even though she might have been going through some painful things. And then she got hurt and she started a few man-hating songs. Mary J. Blige did the same thing. Happy songs, good songs. And you get hurt or you realize something and now you got man-hating songs. And then all of a sudden you come to realize certain things. You move past certain things and now your songs are happy again. These things, singing can be just as therapeutic as listening to it. So no matter what has happened, if anything, despite how DMX have died, I thank him for what he has left behind. Because people can always listen to his music. They can think of him, their children. Think of who they are, what they're doing, what they're not doing, how they're handling things.
Continue to learn new lessons, maybe.
Become better every moment, every day. DMX, yes, it was a supposed drug overdose. And I say supposed because in truth, they're going to put that on any black person. A drug overdose. Was he doing drugs? Most likely. And as Sidra told me, it was on and off. So most likely he was a binger. Maybe. Possibly. You know, just because you think it is, doesn't mean it is. Keep that in mind, everybody. But also, COVID-19. If you're taking hard drugs, they leave holes in your heart. They destroy, little by little, your cardiovascular system. COVID-19 attacks that. So he didn't have a chance. He was unconscious for 30 minutes. 30 minutes without air. There was no hope. Maybe. But for those that knew him, he'll be missed. I never knew him, so I'm not going to miss him.
Yeah,
I will miss new music, but I will not miss him because I did not know him.
But his loved ones, his family, his friends.
They're suffering.
But you know who isn't?
He's not.
He's not.
He's done.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. He's done. He's
done.
finished.
All his pains, all of them, hurtful struggles. Memories, hurtful thoughts, you know, current bad situations and things, they're done. No more. We don't know if he's just, hey, your neural synapses, they stop firing. It's darkness. You're done. That's it. Maybe there's a heaven somewhere, a hell somewhere.
Or something
else.
Entirely.
Completely. And he's just, whatever it is, maybe his mental energy leaves some way, somehow, and finds another host. And who knows? Who knows? No one knows.
We don't know.
No one knows. Speculation is not knowledge. All right? It's just not. It's nice to think positive things, but that don't mean those positive things are true. It's nice to believe in positive things, you know, of after you die, but that doesn't mean that those things are true. Belief is not truth, but it should set you on the path to discovering what the truth is, an unbiased truth. What is the truth? And sometimes the lack of any evidence is all the evidence you need. You have anything else to add, love?
No. Hopefully he can rest.
Hopefully he can and is. You know, what did y'all think about DMX? You know, past, present, future, all this about him, songs and whatnot. What are your thoughts? Comment or make a video and link me to it. You know, this has been Cedric and Sidra for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.